Hey guys, welcome back to my channel or my construction site. As you can tell, I've been gone for such a long time. I think it's been almost a month, or if not a little bit more, since my last video. Just so much has been happening. Brett and I have really been trying to get back to renovations and finishing this house. We just got our brand new doors in. We also have new trim going down. We are going to repaint. We renovated our entire bathroom. We've been super busy, and on top of that, he got a brand new car. So I've just been basically letting him have his fun and do the things that he loves to do, going to car shows, going to car meets, all of that stuff that I really don't understand, but it makes him happy, and honestly, if he's happy, I'm happy. That's kind of how it works in a relationship for the most part. So I'm breaking my 5-year hiatus of having a fake tan. I don't know why I decided to do this. I think it was more so the winter's been really long. The weather is garbage. I think summer's really only going to be 2 or 3 months this year. And I was on Instagram and I was looking through like Coachella and recent things going on in California right now. And everyone's looking really tanned and glowy. And I'm thinking, I want to look like that. I do. I want to look like that. So I was online on Sephora and I saw that they had a little travel size kit of the St.Tropez 1 hour bronzing mousse. So I thought, you know what? It's $35 Canadian. I get free shipping if I spend over $50. I actually had a friend that wanted to try it too, so we went halves on it. We ordered a few things and here it is. It's finally arrived. So this is the kit here. So what's great about this kit, not only is it $35 Canadian, which I'm pretty sure to buy a mitt itself is $9, and then the actual bronzing mousse for the full size is around $56 to $60. For $35, you get to try, they have the mitt, they have the tanzing mousse, they also have the polish and the cream. So for $35, I basically get to try it all out without spending over $100 on just getting the full-size product. I'm all about getting a steal and trying things before I actually invest a lot of money into them. So in this video, I'm going to try it out. As you can see, I am lovely and pale. But no, seriously, let's put this 5-year hiatus in the bin and let's give it a try. So in this kit, I'll open it up for you guys. So we have the classic St.Tropez glove that we're going to wear. All right, so the tan enhancing polish, we'll try that out. I haven't opened this yet. This is actually my first time opening it. It smells really good. Then you have the 1 hour tan. In this is 1.69 fluid ounces. Doesn't say if it's the dark tan or not, just says Self Tan Express Advanced Bronzing Mousse. I'm assuming it's not the dark one, which is fine. I don't want to be like two extremes from like super pale from Snow White to being so dark it's like scary how fast I bronzed. I don't want that. And then we have the tan enhancing moisturizer. In this one is 2.53 fluid ounces, and same with the tan enhancing polish. And then on top of that, I was given the Josie Maran Liquid Gold face tan in the liquid form. Oh my gosh, so cute. Just a little tiny travel size. This was given to me by a friend. She doesn't self-tan. I think she did a few times and it didn't really work out for her. So we're gonna give it a go. I actually read online that this is really good to use for people that have very sensitive skin or they break out easily. I know from previous experiences self-tanning that I do break out very easily. And as most of you have seen on my other videos, that I get rashes from products. I've noticed that this is very new for me, that I'm having such sensitive skin. I've always had sensitive skin, but now that I've gotten older and maybe taking medications I never took then, my skin has actually become even more sensitive. Like, I have to be very careful on how much pressure I use a face cloth on my face, or else I will have a rash for like a couple hours. So we're gonna try this out. I'm not really sure how this is gonna go. So I've already showered. I exfoliated. I have 2 exfoliating mitts in there. One's a little rougher and the other one's a little softer. I usually go in with the rougher one first, take off all the dead skin, and then I go in with my softer one just to get into any of those finer places, like under your arms, in between your legs, behind the knee, down by your feet. I don't like using the rougher one because, like I said, my skin is so sensitive. I really, really have to be gentle with how I use things. On top of that, I shaved my legs and my underarms. I find when I did self-tan, because I haven't in such a long time, that if you have any body hair and you go to shave it, let's say 3 days from now, it's actually going to take your tan off, whatever was lying on the surface, and you're going to lose a lot of your product that you already applied on. So this falls into my story of why I stopped self-tanning. So for anyone that knows me personally or follows my life on Facebook, I have self-tanned since I was about 16. It started in high school. I had used the Jergens natural self-tan. I think it was a lotion. I can't remember. It was so long ago. But that was my first ever like self-tanning kind of experience, I guess. I had a huge reaction. I had a rash all over my legs and all over my arms. And I remember my mom taking me to the walk-in clinic and saying, what's wrong with her? And they just said, well, what did you apply on your skin? So I showed them and they were like, okay, yeah, don't use that. That's not going to work for you. So after that, I started using, I can't even remember the brand now, but it came in like an air type of can and you sprayed it on your body, but there was no color guard, so you really had no idea where you were spraying this. And so I remember spraying it on my body. I was standing naked in my bathtub, freezing my ass off, thinking I'm gonna be so bronzed, I'm gonna look so good, can't wait to go to school tomorrow and like look like I just came off a plane. I look like a Cheeto. Like, I had literally a harsh line running down my arm and down my forearm. Like, it was so bad. And I remember that it was in the springtime and I remember wearing a long sleeve shirt and I was sweating to death. And I had someone ask me, like, why are you wearing a long sleeve shirt? And I was like, I have to. I just felt like wearing this. I'm fine, whatever. But like, I'm like beating sweat all along my face. So after that, I was like, okay, self-tanner and I are not working out. So I remember my mom had owned a salon at the time, so she had tanning beds in her salon. So I actually started using tanning beds, which I look back now and think, I don't know why she ever let me do that, but at the same time, she ran a salon. So she can't tell her daughter, no, you can't use that, but I'm going to let other people use it. So that's actually how I achieved my tan for a lot of the time. And then as I got older, I started dancing for a basketball team here in Moncton called the Moncton Miracles. And that was actually part of our uniform, was to have a spray tan. So they had it worked out with another company who did spray tans, that if we could have a deal, we would get a spray tan from them every week and make sure that we were tanned for every game and every appearance that we did, which to me was like amazing. I don't have to pay full price for a spray tan, because to get spray tanned by a company does cost a lot of money. So we were paying, I think it was about $10 per spray tan that we got. And it was just in the classic machine. You went and stood in the machine and did your little Egyptian dance, and it sprayed you, and then you went home, and then you slept on it for 8 hours, and then you just washed it off, and then you had a perfect tan. So I was so obsessed with self-tanning because of that, because it was so cheap and it was so close to my house, and I had to be spray tanned because it was part of my uniform. I had to be tanned and glowing and look appropriate because I was dancing under bright lights, and if I wasn't tanned, then I kind of stuck out like a sore thumb because I'd be the most pale one out of the group of the girls that I was with. So I did that for probably about 3 years. And it was just so much upkeep because I was constantly going from dancing and training and sweating all the time to not only on top of that, I was working and going to school and seeing friends. And so I was constantly in this battle of always trying to keep up with my tan, keep up with my appearance. It would be peeling and disgusting, and I'd have to, like, I'd be finding myself on Friday nights having to go home, exfoliate my entire body, go and get a spray tan, and then I could go and see all my friends and do the things that I wanted to do. But just to have my tan not even last as long because I'm sweating probably 5, if not 6 days of the week, and your tan is basically losing its color. So after leaving the Miracles, when I wanted to focus on my career, I decided, you know what, I need a break. It's so much high maintenance. It's so much work to keep up with a tan that I kind of like lost my interest in it. So I decided that I wasn't going to self-tan anymore. I did pick up a self-tanner from Bath & Body Works because at the time I was doing their visual setups on Sunday nights. So I had saw it there when I was doing a visual setup. And I decided, you know what, I'm going to keep this in my house just for whenever like I'm going out or downtown with my friends or I'm going on a date and I want to have a tan. So I had that in the house. I used it like sparingly. Like it was really just based on situation. Like I didn't use it as regularly as I used to. And even that, I was like, oh my God, this is so much work. Like, I don't have time to plan for this. Like, getting ready for a date is enough anxiety in itself. Like, let's throw in a self-tan. No. Then you got to plan for 3 or 4 days. And it's like, I didn't have that time. So then I just decided, you know what, let's embrace being pale. You'll tan when it's summertime because I love laying out in the sun. It's therapeutic for me. It's very meditative. I really enjoy it. I can lay out there for hours. I can go to the beach with friends for hours. I love being in the sun. I know it's not the healthiest thing for your skin, but I love it. So I just made peace with the fact like, hey, you're going to be pale for, let's say, 8 months of the year. And then all the other months you can have a nice tan when it's sunny out. So yeah, so I told myself I was never going to go back to self-tanning. It was too much maintenance. I didn't have time for it. And now here we are 5 years later with a self-tanning kit. So that's the long and short of it. Let's just get into the whole applying process. This is new to me. I have not put any on. I have not put on any moisturizers or anything yet. When I did self-tan, I never did. I don't remember if my tans look good. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So yeah, let's just get right into it right now. Okay, prep and maintain. So for perfect results in a tan that lasts longer and fades more evenly, this moisturizer guarantees self-tanning results and reduces tan breakup and improves fade. Okay, so before tanning, apply to any dry areas, elbows, knees, ankles, feet, and hands to protect. All right. And I know most of you at home are probably thinking, what a fucking dumbass. She doesn't even know how to apply self-tanner. Like, I've been doing it for years. Listen, I've lost touch with life. I gave up for a little bit, but I'm back. And like, there's people in town that I know that do amazing spray tans by Nuda. And you know what? I would love to go there and get spray tanned all the time. But I don't have time for that, and it costs a lot of money. And you know what? I'd rather invest money in my home than get spray tanned every week or every 2 weeks or whatever it takes. Okay. Should I do my body first? Should I do my face first? I don't know. We'll just do my body first and then we'll go on with the face after. How about that? I'm assuming we shake this. So, I'm exposing my arms to you guys, which not a huge fan of my arms, just like my chin. So you're being blessed right now to be seeing these parts of my bodies. All right. I actually had a roommate that swore by St.Tropez. She actually had the shower wash, I think, and then she had this, and I remember she'd always be running around the apartment wearing her little dressing gown because she'd always be self-tanning, and I thought, you know what, I wish I had the patience for that, but I don't. But now I do. I guess being 27 means that I actually have time for this now. So here's the product. This has a green guard. I did do a little bit of research before I purchased, which is great. So now I won't end up with any harsh lines on my body like I did back in high school. I do have a mirror set up here. It smells really, really nice. I do have to admit, it smells really, really nice. It smells almost tropical yet clean, which, if that makes sense. I know most people don't do their hands, but I do take, or did, I don't know, I'm not an expert anymore. I did take whatever was left over on the mitt and kind of just ran it down my body. I'm just working in small sections because I don't want to get ahead of myself. I don't want to be in a position where I have so much product I don't know what to do with it and it starts to look unnatural. Yeah, look. Let's switch hands. I can tell that this is going to be a really nice, natural looking tan. I had used the self tanner from Sally's. I don't know if anyone's ever used it. I can't think of the name. If you know the name, tag it below. Oh my God, like that one, like it was nice, but it was really hard to work with and didn't always apply as nicely as I had hoped. I have used so many self-tanning products, so many. Like the only one I haven't tried is Fake Bake, and that's because I felt like it was overhyped and I didn't want to like fall into that. Oh my God, I wish you guys could see Nova right now. She's just watching me. Yeah, what am I doing? Another reason I'm trying this tan out is because my high school best friend is getting married June 1st. And if you guys live in Canada, or at least on the East Coast, you know that you can tan in May sometimes, but it's not going to be like warm enough to like lay outside the entire time. So I'm not going to bet money that I'm going to have a nice tan for then. So I want to have some color for her wedding. And this is how we're going to get it. Does it look good? I'll have to get Brett to do my back later because I have no time for that right now. Oh, and this is something that my mom had bought for me back when I did self-tan. So it is just a towel that has some Velcro on it and you just wrap it around and it stays in place. You don't have to fight with tying a towel all the time. Stays in place. I love it. I've had this for years. I use it for everything. I use it for when I'm applying moisturizer or even shaving my legs in between showering periods. So after doing my upper arm and chest area, we're gonna go in the Josie Marin oil and we're gonna apply it. I read the back earlier and it said to apply with your hands, but then to wash them after. So. Oh my God, this is dark. I don't know if you guys can see how dark that is. It smells like maple syrup. which is probably like the most Canadian thing I've said in a while. It smells like maple syrup, but it literally does. I'm just working in sections. I'm basically just applying it the same way that I would apply all my other oils on my face. Oh God. I'm so nervous for this part. Like, I don't want to look like my face is super tan compared to my body. Because you know it's going to happen. Brett is going to come home and he's going to be like, what is wrong with you? And I'll be like, I spray tan, kind of. Like, I kind of just rubbed this stuff on my face and did some stuff on my body. I'm sorry if you guys can hear Nova. I keep a bed on the floor in here while I'm getting ready, because she's very, very attached to both Brett and I. She's our fur child, so she kind of likes to stay within arm's reach of us, which is our own fault. We did that since she was a baby, so she's kind of just everywhere that we are. Okay, now that I've applied upper body, arms, and face, I'm gonna go do the rest of my body and then come back and we'll talk about the experience, and then from there I'll check in about an hour or so. All right, so I just finished applying the self tanner. It dried very quickly, which was really great for me. The only thing is there was a little bit of splatter, so I cleaned it all up, came up easily. Some of it did get onto my chair when I was applying it to my legs. I really like it. It has a faint smell to it, which doesn't bother me. It like I said, it smells very clean, yet tropical. My face feels really good. It doesn't feel like I applied anything to my face because it was an oil. So yeah, we'll just see how this develops over the next hour, hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours, and then we'll check in and see how it looks. All right, so we're back. It's 4:30. I finished applying around 2:30, so we're around 2 hours right now. I can tell a difference for sure in my body. My face, I don't find has a whole lot of a tan to it, but that's okay because I was honestly like the most nervous for my face than the rest of my body. But I'm really, really happy with this. I think it's really natural looking. I don't know if I did my back very well, but I'm really, really happy. I really like this. My only concern now is maybe because it's not as dark, that if I wash it off, am I going to be losing a lot of the color? But we'll see. I plan on only like showering probably around 6 o'clock tonight, so I'm going to let it develop a little bit more than what most people say. I know this says 1 hour, but I was reading online that you can let it develop up to 3 hours. So yeah, maybe I'll shower not at 6 o'clock. I'll probably shower around 5:30. So yeah, so thanks for watching this video, guys. I'm really glad that we got to all sit down and try this out. I really like this. I highly recommend. This worked out for me. Like, I mean, not every self-tanner works out for everyone. I think the next ones I want to try are either Bondi Sands, Loving Tan. Nova, stay here. Stay here. And I think there's one more that I had read online that I'm going to try out. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate you following along to my videos. Please like and subscribe below. You can find me on my other social medias. If you want to see any other videos, please comment down below about products that you want me to buy or try out, or if there's anything else that I should try in this whole tanning process. Is there anything else that worked for you guys that would work for me with someone with sensitive skin? Thank you so much. Bye.